Hello, all. So excited to start this week of Hour of Code with you with just simple games of how we are doing a catching game to collect points. It's very simple, very introductory, basic coding game. So, with that, I don't want to prolong this anymore. I want to go ahead and show you this very simple game. It'll be a short video so that you can start picking up and doing the week of code and becoming more complex with each of your games. So, first, what we are going to do is we've got a clean slate. We want to get rid of that cat. So, we're going to throw that cat in the trash. All right. So now, I want to be a little silly. I feel a little silly today, so I want my sprite character to feel the same way. It's got a list of options here. I want to use a squirrel. So the squirrel is my sprite. I want to make it a little bit smaller. So we're going to change the size. We're going to reduce that some to about 50. Oh, that's too small. Not 5, 75. There we go. I think that's an appropriate size. So now the squirrel, I want to move it left and right. So we're going to use the keyboard for motion. So left arrow and right arrow. So remember, with Scratch, programming games will be on the screen to my right. And let me clarify. So in the middle, you've got 0. You can go up to 180 or down to minus 180. In total, that's 360. And you have that for the left and the right as well. So for the X and the Y coordinates. So Y is vertical, horizontal is X. So the squirrel is going to move horizontal left to right. So its X position will move with the right arrow or the left. So let's look for the category sensing. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. It should be easier to see. There we go. Perfect. That's big enough now. So now I need an if-then statement. So if-then means whatever you put inside of that empty space, if it's true, it will do the action, whatever is inside of that. If it's not true, it will not do the action. So right now, so what that means is if the space is pressed, then it will change the X by 10, which means we click the right arrow, it will go and change the X coordinate by 10. But of course, we need this to be in the forever block. We don't want to have to use something else. So we need that to be in the forever block where it will be there when we ask it to go. I can also do left 2 by cloning this. So that right arrow becomes left arrow. And remember that left arrow means negative number. So it's negative 10. So let's see if that works. So you'll start with the green flag in the events, and you'll put when flag is clicked, then it will do whatever is underneath that. Then we're going to click the green flag. Oh, perfect. Our squirrel is awesome. All right, so our squirrel has moved back and forth from the right to the left. Now I want the squirrel on the bottom. I don't want it up in that area. So it looks presentable there with its head kind of moving left and right instead of it being a invisible body. So the X and the Y are at specific areas now. So we'll say that's the middle, and we'll put set the y to be minus 126 or negative 126, okay? Now we'll start there. We'll always start there. So my squirrel is moving left to right. I need more positions for my squirrel to play. So let's decide where is my squirrel going to play today? Let's see. On the moon? In the pool? Let's go with the moon. Oh, the moon background and the color of the squirrel kind of clash. So let's go with a different background. What would be a good contrasting color? Let me think. We'll go with that, the soccer field. Perfect. So now we want the squirrel to chase something to eat. So we'll change the sprite. Let's see what we can change it to. Food. Cheesy Puffs. Oh, tacos. I like that one better. Tacos. So the squirrel is looking for a taco to eat. I know it's silly, but really pick whatever you want to. So the taco will start a little bit further up at the top. You remember at the top we tell the taco to go up to the top 180. Remember, because the y max is at positive 180. So we'll set y to 180. Now this is a new code. Okay, you noticed our other code has gone away because we're now at the taco code. So the squirrel code's done. We're now at the taco code. It'll start at 180 and it can go anywhere, but X can be a random number. So let's say go to random P position. Perfect. Let's add the green flag. All right. Now my squirrel can't reach up there, so we're going to need the taco to fall from up in the sky. So we need another green flag. Then we want the taco to drop to a negative number. So we'll change y to negative 10. And we'll see what happens. So it moved to the left and right, but we need to move it to negative 10 on forever loop, on a repeat loop. So we'll do the control forever. Oh, yeah. Now the taco has fallen. So is it once it's down, or do we want to add a repeat? So when you notice that it's minus 12, we'll need to hit the surface at 180. So negative 180. So we need to be above, no, we need to be less than, okay, negative 180 or more. So that'll go back. So we need to use operators. So we want it less than negative 180. So the Y position is vertical, like I said. So we want that Y position to be less than 150. So then it will loop back to the top at the beginning. So now we want it to go forever. Awesome. Now we've got tacos falling out of the sky. Wow, food falling from the sky. That's cool. So they look like the tacos are like as big as the squirrel a little bit. So let's make the tacos smaller. There we go. That's better. You make it as big or as small as you'd like. Now nothing happens when the taco falls in front of the squirrel. So when the taco touches the squirrel, we want two things to happen. We want the taco to go back up, and we need the squirrel to say please or yummy. So if the taco touches the squirrel. So let's put that in here. So if the taco is touching the squirrel, it will go back up to the top. Also, we want it to say yum. So we want to send that message to the squirrel. So you'll go to Control, Broadcast, New Message. We want it to say yum, yum. So we'll go to the squirrel. Now we want it to be forever, remember. So we're going to put that in the forever category there. So now if it touches the squirrel, then the squirrel will yell, yum. Okay, now we're going to go to the squirrel and say that when it receives yum, we want it to speak something. Yum. For 2 seconds, that's fine. You see that right there? He says yum. Yum. Every time the taco hits him. So the tacos are falling pretty fast. We do want to slow that down a little bit. Whew, that's fast. So maybe let's try a -5. How about that? Simple. Now, if you want more of a challenge, you can have the tacos do -10 or more than -10 where they're falling very, very quickly. Or you can have it slowed down like this. So that's all. It's a very simple game, very simple challenge for you for tacos falling and then repeating. So you can add a score as well if you go to the taco codes and go to if. Oh, we don't want that. We can say if it touched the squirrel, then you can add a variable. That variable could be score. And variable means a number that we can consistently track. So making a new variable called score for all sprites. Okay. Now we have score. And we want to go ahead and start the game at 0. So you see the score now is up in the top left corner. So now every time it touches the squirrel, it will count. So forget score, just say change my score by 1. So you see it's counting our scores now. They're going up and up and up. Doing good? That's it. Really simple way to start building your game. Learning how to get through the program and to do the basic coding skills. So have fun scratching and coding. Next activity will become a little bit more challenging throughout the week. So I hope you enjoy yourself today. Goodbye.